we are looking for the elusive, the very hard to find ramps. Let's see if we can find one. There it is! Right there! What? Oh! Yes! There they are! Look at these amazing things right here. Let's see. Oh, that is definitely a ramp. Oh my goodness, look at them. Oh, there's a whole patch of them. Look at them. That is amazing. You know how hard these are to find? We just found a mother lode. There's a whole patch right there, whole patch right here. There's more over there too. I think there's a creek over there actually, and we're at the side of a little baby mountain. All right, so ramps are very pungent. They're very strong smelling, and yeah, you'll know them if you smell them. So, but it does have a poisonous lookalike. I don't think the poisonous lookalike smells the same because this is very strong. It's very easy to tell. It smells like a mix between garlic and onions, but they're wild leeks, pretty much. So, yeah, let's get a bunch. Also, one quick thing to remember when you're gathering ramps, because they've been so overtaken by the community for the culinary uses, don't get the bulbs for these. I usually only just take the tops so that the plant can still come back next year, because this plant actually takes up to 5 years. 5 years to mature. So keep the population, just take the tops, that'll still come back. Only take the tops. You can see from some of them, they have the red tint on the, let me see if I can find one for you. Some of them do, some of them don't for this one, but yeah.
So there are two morphs of ramps, the greenish whitish stemmed and the reddish purplish stemmed. This particular patch that we found has a lot more of the white stem version.
Here is a really good example. Here you go. So this one right here, you can see the red tint at the base. So all of these, some of them have red, some of them don't. But this one is a good example. So I'm gonna pull this up for you. Oops. I will put the bulb back in the ground, but this is to show you guys. I did not do that on purpose. This is what the bulb looks like. It's not huge. It kind of resembles a garlic or an onion, maybe both, maybe because it's both, sort of, kind of. Yeah, so this is what a wild leek, aka ramp, looks like. And they usually come in bunches like this. There's patches of them, and they're very particular about where they grow. So I'm gonna put this bulb back in the ground here. Hold on. I'm my helper today, and we're just gathering a bunch of these guys to put in these big Ziploc bags. I'm gonna take them to our friend's house and we're gonna cook them. Yeah, there's a bunch of these everywhere here. So we're not damaging anything by taking them, and we're only taking the tops, see? So, therefore, no harm of nature is done, and we're still reaping the benefits of this wonderful plant. I will go into more details in a few minutes on how cool these plants actually are. We take these, you pinch off the top like that, see? Not getting the bulb, keeping the bulb in the ground. And basically, we're just gonna take them home, chop them up, probably with scissors, because that's easy. And I cook them down, and then I'll make little bars, and I stick them in freezer bags, and I put them in the freezer, and that way I can access the ramps all year round for cooking. Well, got some kick to it. These are really good for cooking with. So anyway, we'll go into details in a few minutes on what these are really good for and what's in these that make them good. Has a leaf structure. Usually comes in just a couple of leaves sprouting out of one stalk, and then the stalk is connected to the bulb under the ground. But yeah, so that's the basic structure of it. It's pretty easy to spot. There is one look-alike to it, but we'll get into that in a second. But it's easy to tell the difference as long as you can smell and look for the signs.
Now there are two poisonous lookalikes to this plant. The first one is the lily of the valley, and the false hellebore. I hope I'm saying that right. But anyway, they can both definitely be confused with ramps if you don't know how to smell for them. Because with ramps, all you have to do is slightly bruise or crush them, and you can definitely smell the difference. But these plants can share the same habitat, so do watch out for this because they are deadly poisonous. Ramps prefer rich soil areas, primarily on east and north-facing slopes of deciduous forests. It can often be seen popping up near sugar maples, blue cohosh, jack-in-the-pulpit, mayapple, and bitternut hickory, depending on if you're on a northern slope or floodplain. The leaf structure of a ramp is 2 to 3 smooth leaves coming off a single red or purple or white stalk. Ramps are found in early spring, so you can catch them between February and June, depending on your location. We found these in early May in upstate New York. Ramps are part of the allium family and contain vitamin C, vitamin A, chromium and selenium, and organosulfur compounds, which have been found to possibly have cancer-fighting properties. So needless to say, they are pretty good for you. A good thing to always check is your local ordinances on collecting these. And when you do harvest, try and only take 1 leaf or so from each plant so you're not over-harvesting them. I only did that for educational purposes for you guys. Hang tight, we'll be right back with some cooking with the ramps.
And this is my station right here. Spoon for cooking, grill for cooking, pot for cooking, bag of ramps, or in this case I have 3. Cooking device. In this case we're using my friend's grill, and I put a little too much lighter fluid in there. Take the ramps out. Now we cut them up. I'm just using scissors, making it super simple. Smells very rampy. Here's a good example right here. There we go. Beautiful. Look at this. That's a ramp right there. Look at that beautiful ramp. Now we're gonna just cut it up with the scissors. Oh, it looks like green onions. See? Very neat looking. Bunch of ramps chopped up with scissors, and then we're gonna put them on the charcoal in a minute. We got our pot on the quote-unquote stove. Cooking some ramps over some charcoal. I've never done that before, but since we're at our friend's house, I have to be respectful about what her wishes are, and she doesn't want me cooking it in the house, so it doesn't make it very strong in the house. Alright, we'll come back in a few minutes. Open sesame. Oh, very nice. Typically, I would cook these over my gas stove at my house in a pan with, a little bit of avocado oil or something, but we're just roughing it today, so I'm cooking them in a pot with just a little bit of water, and we're steaming it over top of charcoal. Pretty cool. Cooking and cooking some more. And still cooking. Alright, we got this beautiful grill. Oh yeah, look at that gorgeous stuff. Oh, that smells so good. Here we go. They've cooked down considerably. You can see how far from the top of the pot they've come. They were probably, what, here? Now they're down to here. I'd say that's pretty cool. They boiled down pretty quick, so I'm just cooking them, steaming them pretty much on the grill here. So it is a very strong smell, so if you don't like the way these smell, I would suggest doing what I'm doing and cooking them outside so that you don't bother everybody else with the smell. And here we go. They've cooked down even more. Look, it's more like a spinach. Like I'm cooking spinach. It's definitely not spinach. See this wonderfulness? Oh my goodness, look at that yumminess. Nice and rampy. Let this all dry off, or cool off rather. Take all the moisture out, spread it out a little bit, let it cool off, and and then I'm gonna put it in the freezer to keep it for the rest of the year, because it's pretty awesome. I'm gonna do another round real quick. Okay, there you go. That's Ramps. Ziploc bag. And this is how I store them in these bags here. So this bag, I just fill out the bottom part, I flatten it out like this, and then freeze it. And then when you want to take it out, you take it out and then just break off a part of the bar to use.
Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate your support, and don't forget to share with your friends and family. Have a blessed day.